she's the greatest. Oh, my goodness. Rocky right on top of him.
All right, he's got 20 seconds.
And he's still from the half guard.
Welcome back to another episode of Leave It on the Table. It's your host with the most, Mma, you feel me? And today I got a special guest by the name of DB. I thought you was going to say your name or something, bro.
I thought you was going to introduce me.
Got a special guest, my brother, DB, and we're going to be sitting here talking about a lot today, his fighting career. Before we do any of that, I ain't got no shots for y'all, and because it's too early in the day. So I ain't doing none of that. But before we get into that, oh boy,
good water on hand.
You feel me?
You know.
Hey, they're not sponsoring us.
Yeah, you're right. Y'all don't even see what water
I ain't even got no sponsors. They ain't sponsoring us.
You see what water, just know we drinking water, you know?
Feel me? So how you been, bro? Mentally, physically, emotionally, just how you been?
I've been alright, man. You mean in general or just like
in general, like, no, I'm talking about you, just period. On a day-to-day basis, how are you?
I mean, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm, you know, obviously as a fighter, I'm trying to balance the fighter lifestyle, which comes with a lot. With just working, taking care of the kids, you know, with the home lifestyle. So, fight lifestyle with home life and work life until the fight lifestyle and work life can be one. That's the goal for everybody that's on the amateur role like myself. We all aiming towards the goal of fighting to be the job, and yeah. So right now it's just trying to balance all that, and
so your mental's good.
Yeah, mental good, mental good for sure.
That's good. I know
everything else good, body's good. I was injured for a little bit, just shook a little. I don't want to say cold when I was a little under the weather, but other than that, I'm good, man. Blessed by the best.
Hey, that's all we can. Hey, what you say? That's all you can be is blessed.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
If you ain't blessed and you ain't keeping God in your corner, what are you doing? I ain't sure. He keep drinking this water with the label on now.
Oh yeah, I gotta take that. I'm gonna take that joint. I don't even see what it is.
So I met DB. What? How many years ago it was? 3, 4, 5. I don't know.
Yeah, it was within me and Lex first year or two being together.
Alexis met DB and we've been cool ever since, and that's my boy. That's my boy. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
And as long as I've known DB, he been a fighter. He did wrestling and everything. So tell the people a little bit about yourself, and then tell them how you got into fighting.
For sure. Because most definitely didn't see myself doing MMA a couple years back. Even when I met you, you know what I'm saying? Like, MMA wasn't nowhere in the picture. But it kind of, you know, obviously wrestling, like you said, wrestling is my background. That's where I started. I started wrestling in high school. Late freshman year, I found out I thought it was on WWE, so I found out wrestling was an actual sport in high school. So I was late to the sport. We're real late. So I wrestled a little bit freshman year, and then I wrestled throughout the rest of high school.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have it in my freshman year of college, and then so I wrestled my sophomore year of college. Took my junior year off because I had your niece, and then came back my senior year, and I got hurt my last 2 years. Finished that, finished school, did the MBA program, finished that, we moved here. And you kind of, for past athletes, you know what I'm saying, anybody who's been a past athlete, you know that you kind of get this itch. You feel like you still can compete. So I got that itch for all my past athletes out there. And I didn't know what to do with it because my sport was wrestling. It's not like you could just pick something like wrestling up as an adult and try to keep competing. So I looked into MMA, and that's how that came about. I also looked into boxing, but ultimately I chose the route since I got wrestling of MMA. That's how I found that. That's how we got there.
And MMA and recently, wait, no, forget that. How hard is the training for MMA?
Man, look, somebody like myself, I got like I want to say a leg up because my background is wrestling. Obviously, MMA is a mixed martial arts, so it's a bunch of different martial arts that you could implement into your style of fighting. You may have somebody who is primarily Taekwondo, but they also got to learn how to defend against somebody like me who probably may try to take the fight to the ground, or somebody that's jiu-jitsu who may try to submit them. You know what I'm saying? But being Taekwondo, they're gonna be real good at kicking, stuff like that. So it's definitely MMA is hard, man, because you have to train something. You got to really get outside your comfort zone with training. And that's really the hardest part because, you know what I'm saying, like I said, wrestling is my dominant sport. So anytime it's going to the ground, I feel comfortable there. But now I brawl, but when it's standing up, I could be going against a guy who he 15 years kickboxing because the thing about MMA, the crazy thing about MMA is you can have somebody who's a pro boxer, like Carissa Shields. Decorated boxer, but she's new to MMA.
Yeah.
New to MMA.
Yeah.
So she could be a dog on her feet. Yeah. But she meets somebody who's a dog on the ground. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a different game.
Watching her first fight.
Yeah. It's a different game. And that's what you run into, especially somebody like myself who's going down the amateur road. I can run into another amateur who's only an amateur MMA. But he a pro boxer. He's been boxing. Actually, my first opponent, the guy I just got done fighting, I wasn't even supposed to fight him. I was supposed to fight the guy that's on my fight card, the black dude, originally. He backed out. My next opponent after that was supposed to be a guy who's been boxing for 15 years, and he actually a pro boxer. He wanted to coach his, not 15 years, I'm sorry, about 12 years, 8 to 12 years. Still long ass time period. I don't know how long he been pro of that 12 years, but anyway, he had a teammate who was fighting on that same card, and he said he wanted to support his teammate. So ultimately, it ended up being the guy I ended up fighting. But yeah, I say all that to answer your question, man. Training for MMA is hard because you have to train a little bit of everything, and I don't think a lot of people understand that when they do watch a fight. A lot of people who don't know MMA, when they watch a fight, and they like, for example, if you see my fight and you think it's kind of boring. Because it went to a ground. Or you see anybody fight and you see a fight and it goes to the ground and you think it's kind of boring. You don't understand what goes into, like, first of all, we out here trying to hurt each other bad. You know what I'm saying? This could get bad. Like, we out here trying to really kill each other legally. You know what I'm saying? With gloves on. And, like, people coming with different things. A kick to the head could injure you and put you in the hospital. A kick to the leg could put you in the hospital. Y'all seen what happened to Conor McGregor, man? He out for a while. Like, this stuff is dangerous. So it's extremely hard to train. Not only to train offensively, but to train defensively as well. Yeah. It's hard, man. Hard.
So, with you doing MMA, what type of fighting style do you do, and what type of fighting style are you willing to learn?
So, as of right now, predominantly I'm a wrestler. So meaning, you know what I'm saying, a lot of my focus when I'm fighting is using jabs or whatever to set up the takedown, ultimately take the fight to the ground, get some ground and pound there. But right now I'm working on my jiu-jitsu so I could prevent submissions as well as have a few submissions in my arsenal myself, just in case it presents itself as there. As well as boxing, man. Right now I'm working on my boxing and I'm working on my jiu-jitsu, just so I can go either way and I can control the fight more, and I don't have to just go straight to the ground. So I'm getting my boxing right so I can do some stand-up. Some styles I would love to learn, to get into my arsenal, so to like start cross training, is the biggest one is Muay Thai, man. Muay Thai with those kicks, knees, elbows.
That's years, ain't it?
Yeah, it don't even take years, It's just that, elbows, knees, everything that's used into MMA, everything that's used in MMA, that you see that a lot, that cut guys open, you know what I'm saying? That are damage blows, those elbows, those knees and stuff like that, those real heavy kicks. That's Muay Thai based. Teep kicks and, push kicks, or you know what I'm saying. You see them, they do a front kick, they pushing off. That's Muay Thai based. Those are Muay Thai based techniques. So I definitely want to learn that. Put that on my Batman belt. Taekwondo. Just because I want everything. I want to get my kicks. I want to be able to kick. I want to kick. Like my last opponent, he had real small legs. I feel like I could have chopped him down.
He was smaller than you.
Huh?
He was just a lot smaller.
I feel like I could have chopped him down a lot, man. If I just knew, if I knew how to set up kicks and just knew the right kicks to throw, where to throw them, things like that. There's a lot of guys in MMA who were very good. Maybe kickboxing too. Maybe get a little bit of kickboxing as well.
Might as well, shit.
Yeah, that way it's ingrained in you. So with kickboxing and Muay Thai, it's already there to set your kicks up with punches instead of just kicking. But with Taekwondo, you know what I'm saying? Taekwondo guys, they can just kick you out the blue. They can be standing up and they don't need to set it up with a punch. They just throw a kick. As far as Muay Thai or kickboxing, you throw a punch or something like that, but you setting up kicks.
I can't let nobody just kick me in my face like that. Like, they really just be kicking people in the fucking face.
And it's crazy. You think that, you be like, because they would tell me, you know what I'm saying? You got to watch out for the kick. Make sure you keep your hand up because you can get dropped from a kick.
Yeah.
But there's a kick specifically. There are ways to trick people. So one of the ways you trick people is a feint where you lift the knee. You don't know what they're going to do because you just bring your knee straight up. That's a Muay Thai based thing because in Muay Thai, you bring your knee up and kind of out before wherever you're going to kick with it. So it's a trick. So if you're just doing this, they don't know if you actually going to kick or if you just, you know what I'm saying? It's just a feint. It's a feint. That's the kick version of doing this.
Yeah, like clinching as somebody.
But then there's a specific kick called the question mark kick where I'm aiming here. I'm aiming
to your sternum?
Yeah, to your sternum or your middle. As for a push kick or something, and I do that maybe a couple times to set it up, and I bring it out and around to your head.
Like a roundhouse kick?
Yeah, it's so it literally looks like a question mark. So imagine a question mark. How a question mark goes here, and then boom. The kick is the opposite, starts at the bottom. So point of contact, and then comes around, bow, right on the neck.
You've been kicked?
You know what I'm saying? I have been kicked. I done got caught. That's how I describe. I done got caught. Because what you do is you focus on where the foot is at and not where the foot is going to be. So when they bring it to you, you see the foot, you thinking the foot is coming there, but then they bring it up. And so now you done blocked it down here, and now you all open right here. And that's why most times, 9 times out of 10, if you see somebody get knocked out by a kick, their hands, they fall like this because their hands.
So how are you supposed to block it
they're blocked? So this is everybody teaches it different, but a common way to block kicks is here. That way, if they go down, you hear, you know what I'm saying, or it's here. So if they come up, you hear, and if they go down, you hear.
Yeah.
So either way, it's keep the forearm, the base it there, and then keep this hand up. Just like to block anything, you bring this up. But if you just do one or the other, or you try to fend it out the way, you open. You need both hands to block it. Whether it's some people do block the kick like this, they bring both hands to the side, you know what I'm saying, that. Or like I was just showing you this right here. But
is it different blocks for different fighting styles?
Yeah, it's different blocks for different fighting styles.
Okay.
Kinda, but they all pretty much look the same from what I've seen so far. Like I said, I'm still new to it, and I have not learned a lot. I'm only learning the basics. I'm only learning 3 very basic martial arts right now, which is boxing, jiu-jitsu, and I'm doing MMA. And so the MMA class has a mixture of a little bit of Muay Thai, a little bit of wrestling, which I already know the wrestling when we learn that, but it has a mixture of things.
Okay.
I got a long ways to go, man. So it's gonna be a journey.
Yeah, but you on a great start.
Yeah, it's a good start. Off to 1-0. You know what I'm saying? Feeling good. You get that dub, and you like it, and you want more.
Yeah, you want more blood. Yeah. So you just had your first fight.
Yes,
you
sir.
won. You beat the boy ass.
Yes, sir.
So tell me about. Hold on. All right. You ready, Casey? So, You recently just had your first fight. You beat the boy ass.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to tell me that experience from start to bottom. I'm talking about when you got down to the place and you actually knew you was finna fight. When you walking down to that ring. When you in that ring. The adrenaline pumping after the fight. I want to know all of that.
Man, first and foremost, like, it's something I'll never forget, and it happened so fast too, man. Like, that's why I keep watching the video, because I have to replay it because it happened so fast, and I want to continue to relive it because it was one of the best moments of my life, actually. So obviously you find out you got the fight. You going through camp, everything. Camp is finally over, and now it's here. It's really here. You really about to bang. It's still kind of like up in the air. It's like, okay, yeah, I got a fight. I'm coming. But now it's ceremonial weigh-ins. Well, not even ceremonial weigh-ins. Now it's weigh-ins.
Mm-hmm.
So, you see the dude. You see him, y'all sizing each other up and everything like that.
You seen your original opponent or the new one?
This guy, the guy just fought. And the nerves, they still not there. Right now, at this point, it's still just excitement, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's excitement. I'm still just excited. So now ceremonial weigh-ins where you just, the face off. Now we're facing each other. Waiting for the nerves to kick in. The whole time, obviously this is my first fight. I'm waiting for the nerves. I'm like, when am I going to feel nervous?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you how I realized I ended up feeling nervous the whole time. And it just still don't kick in. We stare each other down. So now it's time to fight and everything like that. And it's time for me to walk out. We gloving up. I'm feeling good. I'm practicing, getting ready to go out there. My song come on, I do the walkout. It's like you walking out there with the lights, man. First of all, they call your name, and I'm telling you, you just feel like a
superstar.
You feel like a superstar, man.
Like
you nobody. You not anybody at this point. You an amateur, but
like the video games when you start off from nothing and then you work your way up.
Yeah, like it's. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the organization, man. First of all, shout out to Peak, Peak Fighting, because they definitely, even though they're a small organization, they definitely make amateur fighters, feel. I'm not gonna say special. Like I don't want to put big, you know what I'm saying, emphasis on it, but I felt good. I felt legit. Like I didn't feel like it's a lot of places, where you can go to fight and it's okay, you fall and it's amateur.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Well, there's a lot of organizations here in Texas, because we're not from here. Mm-hmm. A lot of organizations out here in Texas, they, it's hard for you to tell unless they say it. You know what I'm saying? Who's amateur and who's pro, or unless you see the fight. But before seeing the fight, they don't treat the amateurs or the pros any different. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, we all come out the same. And it was live, man. It was a lovely feeling. Something I never experienced before. Hear my name called out like that on the big speakers and everything like that. Then for the walkout song, have me a nice walkout song. Played the nice little Pop Smoke, Welcome to the Party. And a party it was. So I get to the cage. And now not even before I get to the cage. I get to the cage, and coach telling me what to do. I can't even remember. Everybody asked me, "What did your coach say? What did your coach say? What did he say to you?" I don't know. That's how fast everything was moving, bro. Like everything was going fast. I do not remember nothing. The most memorable thing I remember about the day the only thing that I can repeat of words that people said to me that day, that I can repeat to you word for word, are the words my granny told me. You know what I'm saying? And that was my granny, a Christian woman, man. And excuse my language for, whoever watched this or whatever. Hopefully y'all don't feel no type of way. But she don't say nigga. She don't say none. She don't even curse. But my granny said, she say, I'm fine. Cause she recently lost her husband. I recently lost my grandpa. You know what I'm saying? It's fine, man. It's fine. I appreciate it, though. She say, don't worry about me, grandson. I want you, and granny don't even curse, baby. I want you to whoop this nigga. You know what, matter of fact? It's in the Bible, grandson. I want you to beat this nigga ass, grandson. I say, ooh, granny. She said, yeah, grandson, beat his butt. Beat that boy, but I want you to whoop him. I said, yes, ma'am, most definitely. So she said, I'm going to say a prayer for you, grandson, and all that. That's literally the most memorable thing that I remember about that day as far as words that people said to me. But anyway, fast forward back to the cage. That's what I have on my mind. And pretty much I just have winning on my mind. So I get in the cage. I'm staring him down the whole time. Bell ring. I mean, you saw. If you did see the fight, wonderful. If you didn't see the fight,
it'll be up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna post it.
He gonna let y'all see it.
I'm gonna make sure it's in here.
But I say all that to say I ended up knowing I was waiting on the nerves to kick in. The reason I say that, man, I was nervous the whole time. My nerves was kicked in the whole time, and I just didn't realize it. Is because I didn't slow the fight down. Everything went by so fast. Like I was trying to just finish him. I was just trying to
in the second round.
No, it went on three. It went on three. Yeah, it went on three. I was just trying to finish him, man, and I wasn't like I didn't slow it down. I didn't have a pace. I was only like it was only one pace. I guess that's why the nerves was there the whole time, man. But man, that's why I want to keep doing it, man. Like that was an amazing feeling, and I loved it. Loved every minute of it.
Ready for your next fight?
Ready for my next fight. October.
You ain't got no date.
I ain't got a date. I don't have a date. I don't have details. I don't have a date. What I do know is that it's gonna be with the same promotion.
I'm trying to make this October. Well, you'll let me know the date.
Yeah. I'm gonna let everybody know details. Way in advance. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have like a card put together, anything like that. We just know that October is gonna be, the next time.
They'll let me vlog the whole thing. They ain't let nobody record.
No, they not. You can't go live. You can record it. You just can't go live.
I ain't trying to go live.
Yeah, you can record. Yeah, you can record it. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, you'll be able to record the whole thing.
I want to record the whole thing.
You record the whole thing. You just can't go. You can't go live. No live streaming on any social media.
Well, they need to do their live stream.
Yeah, I know. That glitch, it only happened for the first two fights. It's crazy. It only happened for the first two fights.
And I was pissed.
I know, man.
So, what's this? Tell us about it.
It's here, this is what you call a walkout sleeveless hoodie. This is my sleeveless walkout hoodie. The back of it is where sponsors will go, which I am still looking for. You see the Smith, that's my first sponsor. That's actually my teammate as well. He fought on the card the day before I did. And then the front is just my name and the gym that I fight out of, which is Wolfpack MMA.
Feel me?
Right now, my fight name is Dwight Dwayne Brown. I'm going to switch that to DB. But yeah, man, this is what if you were a sponsor or you're a business, and I am still looking for sponsors, but if you were a business, this is where you would go if I was sponsored by you. There are also fight shorts made by the same guy. At the bottom, the same as Pierce Design Studios.
Gotcha.
There at the bottom, he got his logo there at the bottom. Amazing work. That's an amazing walkout. I got that for the day of my fight. Good turnaround. Just he put out good work, man. So I'm definitely still looking for sponsors. That's something that you would go on, as well as fight shorts, banners, and then regular T-shirts that I would sell to like the public or something like that.
So how would you go about finding sponsors?
So everybody is different. So I'm in the midst of everything. Every situation is different. There's obviously the salesman way, kinda, I guess, where you go business to business and you just try to like give a sales pitch, I guess. But the way I'm doing it, I actually have a breakdown, and the reason I started doing this is because I asked for a sponsor. My wife works with lawyers, and they huge MMA fans, and they were wondering, which as sponsors should, they were wondering, what the money goes to, which I'll tell you guys that too. Like, anybody throwing money at anybody for any reason, obviously they want to know why and where that money goes, what do you need it for, and making sure it's used properly, or, at least it's the same thing as if they were investors. Now, sponsor, you shouldn't look at sponsorship as as an investment fully, but you should and shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because the reason I say that is because there's no ROI. You're not getting a return on your investment per se the way you would think. It's not like that in the business. If it's great marketing, you know what I'm saying, and you sponsor somebody who they put your logo on their fight gear, or put your logo on their banner, and they got really big fights and they're on main cards. You know, they send business your way. That's your return on your investment there. But as far as the smaller fighters who aren't fighting on like really big cards yet, what is mostly being used towards, hopefully, I mean, later down the line, you know, we want to do the same as the bigger fighters. But what is mostly being used for is to allow us to be able to have and balance fight life with work life. Like something that we have to do during camp to even prepare for this fight is eat. So I have 6 weeks of meals that I need to prep and prepare. And I need to eat very healthy. It's a very strict diet that we have to be on because we fight in weight classes. And you need to make your weight. My weight class is welterweight, which is 170 pounds, but I walk around at about 185 pounds. So I got about a 15-pound weight cut, which is not that bad. So I need to stay to a strict diet. Another thing is training expenses. You sponsors are helping us pay for training expenses. Training expenses are not cheap. Not only do you need membership to a gym or to a train under like a martial arts gym or something like that, you need memberships for a gym that has sauna or hot tub when you cutting weight. You know what I'm saying? Because that's typically what we need access to when we cutting weight and things like that. Other things aside from food and training that sponsors allow us to help pay for are things like recovery. This is a huge one here. I didn't even have a chance to recover properly. I still haven't recovered properly after my last fight. But right now I'm just coming out of pocket with what I can from my day job and doing daily recovery. But there are different recovery options for, like, you know what I'm saying, you could just do monthly recoveries, which like a lot of pros do, where they have they pay the monthly fee or whatever, and they just go when they need to recover. Another thing, a big one, is insurance. Right now, obviously, you know, I'm not pro or anything, don't have a lot of sponsors. I have the most basic insurance. Does not cover prescriptions. I just needed a prescription for medicine after this last fight because I didn't rehydrate properly, long story, whatever. I had to pay out of pocket for that. Prescriptions, things like that. And, you know, you want your checkup when you do, even if you don't go see the doc a lot, when you need to go see him, say you break an arm or whatever happens. Some promotions cover it if it happens there, but say like you don't say anything about it and it happens like down the line or whatever, now it's on you, especially as an amateur or a really low-level pro, and it's not covered by the promotion. Now it's on you to take care of yourself, and you want to have great insurance. And aside from groceries, you got your vitamins, you got traveling. Damn. Traveling includes, so there are different promotions. Some promotions cover, you know what I'm saying? Some promotions will cover your hotel expense, like the one I just fought for. Mm-hmm. They cover my hotel stay because we traveled over 2.5 hours. Yeah. But some won't. It just depends, man. Sometimes you paying for everything to go fight. We got a pro fighter at our gym. Paid to get there, paid to leave. If he had to stay overnight, he would have had to pay for that. Yeah, because you got to pay gas. Pay to get there and leave. You know, you pay gas there. You pay because he didn't have his own car at the time, guys. So he had to pay somebody gas to take him there. He had to pay somebody gas to bring him home. And if he would have had to stay overnight, luckily he didn't, or he didn't want to, or whatever. He would have had to pay for his own hotel. It depends on the promotions and stuff, man. Things can get really expensive. Damn. For people who want to really do this, like myself, there's cross training. It's a whole bunch of things that you guys as potential sponsors are helping us pay for, and that's where the money is going to. Training is nowhere near cheap at all by any means, and that's just a few of the things. And then the biggest things are eating and training, proper eating and training for sponsorships and everything like that. Damn. Yeah, man. Damn. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's like, it can get real political.
I didn't know it was that damn deep that you gotta pay for all of that.
Yeah.
I understand food and maybe, but god damn, they don't pay for shit. So how much do sponsors normally put in the pocket?
So, and that's another thing. I don't want people to think that sponsorship always means just money every time. You know what I'm saying? You can do, depending on your business or what your company offers. You know, if I'm marketing your company via my clothing, my fight gear, and my banner, we can do something like if you're a vitamin shop. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to pay me money, but let me have a supply of vitamins, like a monthly supply of vitamins, or whatever. If you shoot, it's all type of stuff, man. Like that's one of the bigger ones. If it's a vitamin shop or something like that, some monthly supply of vitamins. IV bar. There's an IV bar here in Texas, Rockwall, Texas.
What's that?
The IV bar is where I go for my recovery. Everybody does differently, and what they offer is cryotherapy. What I use the most is the cryotherapy and the thermotech, which is compression. They got the compression, the lead ones.
You did the one where you stand up and it's like,
the dry ice.
Joint? Yeah, I want to try that shit. My body hurt.
Basically, what that is a replacement for ice baths, man. And you know, ice baths suck.
Yeah, I ain't do one, but I want to do one.
They horrible. But cryotherapy is 3 minutes. You're in the dry ice, and you get out of that, you feel brand new. The reason they call it the IV bar is because their biggest thing is that they have the IVs where you can get vitamins you need or whatever it is you need. If you dehydrated, they got that. They got different cocktails that they put in these IVs. And it's depending on what you need. You know what I'm saying? They'll get into your system ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't have to take vitamins for weeks or whatever. They can get in your system ASAP. I just had a dehydration scare myself, and you know, some like going to see them is what I needed to do. I couldn't get in there though, but
motherfuckers expensive.
So what it is the way they price is set up. Yeah, they kind of expensive. Like depending on the cocktail that you want or the cocktail that you need, it could be up to like one of them I saw is like $235. To make it cheaper
for one time,
for one cocktail, but that's like, I don't know what that cocktail has in it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be stuff that'll last you alone. Like, I don't know. Like, every cocktail is different. You can get very basic cocktails, or you can get Mazel Tov. You get everything in your cocktail, whatever. But the way they make it cheaper is they offer like a $69 a month membership. This is just for the cocktails. The membership for unlimited cryotherapy and thermotech is $175 a month. Just for the cocktails, and it's not to get the cocktails. It's to get them half off. It's $69 a month. Yeah, man. This fight game, this stuff add up, man. You want to be healthy. You want to stay healthy. You want to fight for a long time, and you want to keep going. You got to take care of yourself. And to take care of yourself is not cheap. That's
why they said LeBron, what he do? He put $1 million in his body every year.
You got to.
Man. Hey,
you got
he don't even fight.
Exactly.
Man don't even fight.
Exactly.
I know it's a little bit more than $1 million for y'all fighters.
Oh yeah, you gotta take care of yourself. And now, I mean, and guys like that, like sports like that, they training together as a team. I mean, they do their extra training. If they want to go extra, you know what I'm saying, they do extra as well. But the fight game, you know what I'm saying, if you just depend on your coach. If you got a long time coach, it's like that. But otherwise, you going training here, you doing a little training here, you doing a little training there. You cross training a lot so you can learn different things just to improve your overall fight game.
So how long is it going to take for you to go pro?
Everybody's journey is different.
Or how long does it normally take for a person to go pro?
So length is, you know what I'm saying, it's not really a length thing as far as like, he went pro after a year, he went pro after 2 years, he went pro after such and such. John Jones went pro after 8 months. You know what I'm saying? It's more so a fight thing. You know, how many fights you got under your belt? You know, how are you doing as an amateur? And your team, which is your coach, manager, whatever, yourself, you know, y'all sit down and y'all determine and y'all look at the competition or whatever, and you know, y'all say if you ready to go pro or not, depending on how you doing as an amateur. So it could be, I say that to say, it could be as little as 2 amateur fights and now you pro, and it's only been, 6 months? Or it could be as long as some people got like 19 plus amateur fights, been fighting since 2014, and it's 2021, they still not pro.
Hello. Woo. I'm sorry for the. I'm sorry, I forgot. Oh man, I had a question. How long do you want to? How long you think it's gonna take you to get to pro?
For me,
how long do you want to be amateur before you think about going pro?
I see myself being pro within the next year or 2.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
And then as far as like big time organizations such as like Bellator or UFC,
yeah,
I can see like an actual goal, an actual realistic goal to make it to the UFC. You want to set it to maybe 7 to 10 years to be at that point. Obviously, you can be there much sooner than that, but you want to set it realistically. Everybody's different. Bellator, at least Bellator within the next 5 years, at least.
Yeah, I can see it happening. I'm just gonna be at sideline recording and screaming, "Whoop his ass!" Oh, my bad. I scared you. My bad, Casey.
You did catch him off guard. You called him. He like that. He did.
My bad, player. That's why you don't like me, because I'm loud. That's probably what it is.
Casey, why did it take you this long to get to calm down? Man.
But so, is there anything else you want to plug before we go?
Nah, man. I just hope that everybody, when y'all tune in, it shines a little more light on the MMA. On the MMA as a sport. Y'all keep checking my boy out. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
And that's pretty much it. Hey, stay tuned. Like he said, I'm Dwight Dwayne Brown, DB. I'm gonna be fighting for a while. Check me out. You don't even have to pay for no fights and nothing like that. It'll end up eventually being on YouTube. I just at this point really want to get my name out there so y'all know who I am.
And when his name out there, don't wait till the last minute talking about some, oh, yeah, I seen this nigga here, I've seen him there. Now, because when his name out there in the next couple years, you should have watched my video now. Because when you watch my video now, you'll know who he was, so when he blow up. Don't be fake now.
Yeah, y'all heard the man. Stop playing.
Don't be fake now.
Stop playing.
That's another episode, and y'all have a good one. Peace.